This group of city, business, and community leaders is getting a tour of Irving's water system.
This is real important, and I am very excited about it.
We're really getting a good taste of what it takes to get all of that water into the city of Irving.
It's a tour that will take all day. Time needed to cover the range of facilities and travel the distance over which they are spread.
Sometimes we take things for granted, like our water. You think you turn on the faucet, but you really don't understand what it takes in order to get the water to households.
This is the source of most of Irving's water, Jim Chapman Lake near Sulphur Springs.
Very ambitious when you look at how far our water comes, not relying on others to bring water to Irving, but actually going out and making it happen and making a decision that Irving wants to have its own water supply and wants to control its own future in that regard.
Bob Bettis appreciates the planning of past city leaders who pushed for the construction of this lake. He was here for the beginning of some of this.
You're standing in a field with trees and someone says the water is going to be up to this level. The engineers can visualize that, but most of us lay people cannot visualize that.
Inside the pump station, the group gets to see some of the power needed to get the water moving on its path to Irving. Basically the equivalent horsepower of 30 half-ton trucks.
It is mind-boggling. I had no idea. I would have never known this if I had not been on this trip.
From there, the water travels 40 miles. While we made the trip by bus,
I think we're about ready to turn off.
Irving's water travels via an 84-inch pipe to this balancing reservoir.
Where we're at right now is a leveling pond because we have a 84-inch and a 72-inch lines coming together, and sometimes there gets air in it and you have to have a way to level it and bubble it out without breaking the pipes.
The water then moves to the Princeton pump station.
We use that to reboost the pressure.
When we're in full operations, we're pushing anywhere from 62 to 65 million gallons of water per day.
Yeah, we have a control room at the Princeton pump station that's manned 24 hours a day. It's watching and monitoring all of the facilities up and down the pipeline.
The Princeton pump station is the last stop on this day's tour, but the water continues 33 miles on to Lake Louisville.
Lake Louisville to the Dallas treatment plant, then back to Irving.
Our Hackberry pump station is where we distribute all of the water that comes into Irving.
Leaders hope the people who went on this tour gained new insight from all of the experiences throughout the day.
Until they really see it, I don't think it really hits home with them what's involved.
We want the residents to understand how their dollars are spent, to see the millions of dollars, the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of infrastructure that we have in place.
Huge investment, but because of that, we supply 85% of our own water. Compared to some of the other cities in the Metroplex, we have to buy the majority of all of their water.
I think it really shows when we're making decisions and what we're doing, what we've planned in the past, how we need to plan in the future to make sure that we have this infrastructure in place and we take care of it and take care of our citizens.
We have, just over the next 5 years, not only $100 million going into our roads, but another $130 million going into our water and sewer infrastructure.
The City of Irving is emphasizing the need to continue investing in infrastructure, maintaining what's here, and planning for growth.
We want our residents to know with this system and with the resources that we have and the resources that we're planning on having in the future, we have our water needs well taken care of into the foreseeable future.
For Irving, Texas, for us and especially economic development, to be able to say Irving, Texas is taking care of its customers.
The tour goers now know the story behind what happens when they turn on the faucet, having checked out all that it takes to get water to your home. It's miles of pipe, decades of planning, and millions of dollars spent. Thomas Gandy for City Source.